Welcome to your Stronger Era podcast. I'm Victoria.
And I'm Hilary. On today's episode, we are going to be discussing some training options if you are new to training. And then we're also going to cover raising masters profiles in the CrossFit space.
How's your week been?
It's been good, yeah. I've done a bit of strength training, which I've really enjoyed. Not as much conditioning, which I could definitely feel when we trained on Friday. Yeah. But I didn't trip on my double unders, which was a bonus, so
Hooray!
Went well. What about you?
Good week. I think I'm in, now I know I'm not training for anything specific. I think the pressure's off, so I feel like I feel good, yeah. I've had a good week.
Yeah.
Thanks, coach.
Oh, you're welcome.
For this week's programme.
Yeah, you can enjoy it a bit more, can't you? When
Yeah.
There's nothing like you must come in and do everything. I mean, we still do our sessions, but it just means there's more enjoyment.
I still got everything in
Yeah.
and done the same amount of volume, but it's just less pressured, and you just enjoy. There's not as much weight on it. You do exactly the same thing, but there's just not as much weight pinned on it because I know I've not got competition in like 3 weeks or something.
Yeah,
so.
And if you struggle with something one week, you're like, oh, it's all right because I'll just have another go next
Yeah.
week, as opposed to I need to be hitting these numbers for something. But yeah, so that's how our week has been.
Yeah, we'd like to show you our mugs.
Oh.
We've really made it now.
Oh, look at us now.
Not just a mug, coasters. These have been brought to us by our fabulous friend and fellow gym goer, Arifa.
Thanks, Arifa.
So thank you, Arifa. We feel very special, and
Well, it's sponsored athletes now. Yes. So our first sponsor.
So anybody else wants to send us any gifts, we'll show them on here.
For those of you who train, obviously, you're going to already have an awareness of how to train. What we'll do, we're not going to give you loads of detail because those of you watching may already know. So we're going to give a bit of information, and then we're just going to put like a snapshot on the screen of an example of how you would cater to a week's training for a beginner.
So we'll run through exercises you can do at home if you've not been in a gym. So you can do it with weights, without weights. And just make it a bit clear that you don't have to be in a gym environment to be able to start somewhere.
Which is really important as well if you are an older athlete, because obviously we're gearing this towards people who are older. And I think a lot of the worries people have, like, well, I'm older, I've never trained before, and I don't want to hurt myself, or I'm not sure what to do. So this way, if you're looking at just stripping it right back to basics, means that, oh, actually, that's totally manageable. So we're also going to include, which you're going to love, Vic and I are going to add a little demo video in this podcast episode today of us showing you the movement so you can visually see it as long as alongside the snapshot of the week. And then you've got two things you can look at and kind of at your own leisure. Have a go.
Yeah, 100%, because I'm a visual learner. So I always ask Hill 101 questions. She'll write out, and I'm like, just show me.
Yeah.
Show me visually, and I think people can benefit a lot more from that as well, rather than it just being written on a script for you. So you can visually see what we're actually saying and what we want to demonstrate to you, and just show you how easy it is to be able to do it in your own home. Yeah,
and I think that's actually a real good point, which kind of relates to all training at different levels, is that because people learn in different ways.
Yeah.
Sometimes something that's kind of prohibiting you going into a gym for the first time is the fact that you think you're not going to understand. And like Vic just explained, people learn in different ways. So I might give somebody some programming and they'll read it and they'll know exactly what I mean from the description I've given. And then some people, because of we understand things and process things in different ways, they might not. So then they might want a visual aid to go along with that. And that might be me videoing something and showing them, or in person showing them. And some people are tactile learners. So they I'll put them in a position. I'm like, okay, do this, hold this, be like this. And then that feeling they can replicate once they know what physical position they should be in.
Yeah, because I always ask you as well, in that moment when I'm doing the exercise, where should it be pinpointing? What should I be feeling? What should it be working? Because you would think that you both go into the same position and you would automatically feel it, but you don't.
Yeah.
We're all very dominant in one area and not in another, or switched on in one area and not in another. So it's really beneficial that when Hilary does the visuals, she will say, you should be feeling this in your glutes, you should be feeling it in your quads. And if I'm not, then I know I'm doing it wrong.
Yeah, that's a good point. So yeah, we'll put those aids.
Okay, so this is going to be our visual demo of the work. Here is the screenshot you can take of the 4 days. And this is our air squats for day 1. And we're just looking to keep our chest nice and open and then sit back down. I am on a chair as if I'm training at home, and Vic is sitting back onto a box like she would at the gym. And day 2 is push-ups. Vic's doing a push-up against a wall for support. I'm lying down on the floor to do a bench press, just using 2 bottles for my weights. This is a really good variation if you're not stable on your feet. This is day 3. These are deadlifts. Vic is going to be using a bottle of water in each hand. I'm stood on a resistance band and just holding on to each loop. And all we're doing is coming to a stand position, pushing through our legs, making sure we keep our chest nice and open and engaging our glutes and legs. And then for day 4, we're just doing sit-ups. Vic is doing a full sit-up. I'm just doing a little crunch. Any questions, let us know.
But if you haven't trained before, the things that are really important that come through in the studies that they're actually now trying to invest into, because they realize it's massively important for our longevity as humans and making sure we're healthy and strong as we get older, are things like grip strength, building strength in our lower posterior, so our glutes, our bump, if you like, and our legs, which means we can walk and lower ourselves into the bath or on the toilet. Those are the things that as you get older you don't think about when you're young, but actually that's what we need to train for. So it doesn't mean training has to be, oh, I'm going to be an athlete or I'm going to go into a specific sport. You're actually training so that you're a stronger human.
Yeah, and that's exactly what we're all about, isn't it? We all just think about tomorrow rather than the next 10, 20 years. And that's sort of like where we're at and what we're here to sort of like discuss and help and try and change everyone's like sort of thinking that this is why you're doing it. This is the plan for the next few years.
And being strong is fun.
Yeah.
Like, don't let anybody tell you any different. And people might find enjoyment in different ways, but being able to move things and feel strong is like a hugely empowering thing, isn't it?
Yeah, for women as well.
I think. God, yeah,
it's great.
Okay, so we'll put some examples up on the screen and we'll show you some demos. So obviously, feel free to pause the video and then you'll have that there.